Hello everyone, and welcome back to Whispers of Turkish Stars. Before we dive into today's revelations, make sure you subscribe and share this video so you never miss a moment from the glittering world of Turkish entertainment. Your support keeps this channel thriving, and trust me, you'll want to be here for what's unfolding now. One of the most talked about pairs of recent months, Barış Baktas and Yağmur Yüksel, has once again taken over the timelines and comment sections across social media. A handful of private remarks that Yağmur is said to have shared with close friends have leaked into the gossip stream, and the reaction has been nothing short of electric. The whispers claim that, with a spark in her eyes, she hinted at something that sent fans scrambling for answers. Soon, she might be carrying Barış's surname. Not tomorrow, not next week, but soon enough to keep everyone on alert. The moment that suggestion slipped onto the internet, it was like striking a match in a room full of confetti and glitter. Instagram and X flooded with theories, fan edits, and midnight debates. Comment sections turned into little battlefields of joy and caution. Some voices rang out with absolute certainty, "This will be the wedding of the year, we've been waiting for this news since their first joint appearance, they look perfect together in a way that doesn't only belong to cameras." Others were more measured, asking for an official statement before they let their hearts race too far ahead. "Maybe the story is being stretched," they said. Maybe a private joke became a headline. Still, the momentum refused to slow down. Pages devoted to the couple spun into overdrive. Thousands of followers checked and rechecked Yağmur's profile, searching for any hint of a surname update, a subtle signal tucked into her bio, a newly posted ring, the tiniest clue that might confirm what everyone wanted to believe. What fueled the frenzy even more was how natural their connection has looked recently. In interviews and red carpets, in quick clips and backstage glimpses, supporters noticed how their rhythms synced. One glance seemed to answer a question the other had not yet asked. People started saying, "We always suspected this would happen eventually." The way they navigate attention with calm smiles, the respectful pauses in each other's presence, fans have seen something genuine and steady, the kind of bond that rarely needs fireworks to be felt. Meanwhile, those close to Barış quietly shared that the couple is in a good place. Grounded, happy, and handling their lives with a kind of adult practicality that says they value the long game. Yet, despite the beautiful speculation, there has been no official announcement from either of them about tying the knot or changing names. The intrigue remains in that sweet spot between rumor and promise. For now, the idea of a surname shift hovers over the entertainment world like a ribbon dangling from a gift box everyone wants to open. Insiders connected to their sets and mutual circles reveal that lately, during relaxed conversations between takes or while waiting on call times, Yağmur has been more open when she speaks about a future that includes Barış in the long term. The trust between them, people say, has deepened. Their affection seems to have moved beyond the early stage glow into something warmer and sturdier. There was even a recent private event, close to cameras, where they appeared together in a way that caught attention. They sat close, leaning in to whisper, sharing inside jokes that made their shoulders shake with laughter, never drifting too far from each other as the night unfolded. Those who attended came away saying the same thing: they look like a couple with nothing to conceal and no desire to pretend otherwise. The ease was striking. With Barış by her side the entire evening, Yağmur's calm confidence felt effortless, as if the world outside the room had quieted just for them. As the internet does, it split down the middle. On one side, the faithful supporters who have held on to the belief that they've been serious for a long time, an official statement, to them, would be a natural next step rather than a shock. On the other side, the cautious watchers, reminding everyone that until the couple speaks, speculation is just that, sparkly, irresistible, but still unconfirmed. It didn't stop the fan pages, though. Some insisted that, considering how closely they've stood by each other lately and how openly they back one another's work, wedding preparations might already have started behind closed doors. The timeline theories grew more elaborate. The idea gained power, not because anyone was shouting it, but because their every interaction seemed to underline the same message: this is not a fling. Another thread in the conversation has been the role of family. Certain entertainment sources claim that Yağmur's family has known Barış for quite some time, long enough to build a comfort level that goes beyond polite acceptance. The rumor that everyone gets along well has boosted belief in a possible ceremony. Friends in their circle reportedly say they become a constant in each other's plans, like calendar entries that never get erased. The language around them has shifted from someday to when. And quietly, from behind the scenes, more context has trickled out. Lately, Yağmur appears to be treating the relationship with an even greater sense of seriousness, centering it as a major part of her life rather than a chapter that can be moved around at will. Those who know Barış describe his steady, reassuring presence as a driving force in this new clarity. Warm when it matters, protective without being suffocating, that combination, they say, might be the reason these whispers have grown so loud. Now fans are counting down to what they are convinced will be a big reveal. Every new photo posted, each story shared, any offhand comment in a late-night interview becomes a breadcrumb. People are zooming into rings, magnifying shadows, analyzing captions for double meanings. The pair has chosen silence for now, and that silence is powerful, because it allows everyone else to keep talking. What began as a small remark, perhaps a celebratory line among friends, has amplified into a wave of curiosity, hope, and breathless expectation. The shared question floats across feeds in every language: will they make it official soon? Behind the velvet rope, hints keep sliding into view. In recent posts, followers noticed that Yağmur's affection for Barış comes through in ways that don't scream but still sing. A hand placed on his shoulder just so, a quiet mention in a caption, a supportive heart in a story on the day an important project launched. Tiny gestures, but fans who have been watching them for months insist that they trace the outline of something lasting. And if that weren't enough, Barış has done his part to intensify the speculation. In interviews, he's been unwavering in his appreciation for her work and character. At events, the way they look at each other, warm, steady, almost conspiratorial, has convinced many that they're in a very serious phase. Close friends confide that they often discuss the future like a shared project. They compare notes about upcoming shoots, they think about geography and timing, they weigh the pros and cons of big decisions with both careers on the table. This is the kind of conversation that a casual romance rarely sustains for long. It looks like infrastructure being built, not decorations thrown together. If you listen carefully to those who spend time around them, you can hear the language of plans becoming habits, and habits turning into a life. That's why some people can't shake the feeling that the foundation has already been poured, and now the finishing touches are being quietly selected in the background. And once again, the subject of family keeps returning, like a chorus in a favorite song. From the start, those closest to Yağmur are said to have been supportive, offering encouragement rather than pressure. That kind of support, people argue, makes everything easier. It removes the noise that can erode even the strongest connection. With families on both sides comfortable and at peace, the guesswork naturally tilts toward the possibility of vows and a change of name that fans are already imagining in headlines and photo captions. Of course, until the couple says it out loud, it remains a story we tell to ourselves. But some stories gather so much detail, so much warmth, that they begin to feel inevitable. At this point, the excitement surrounding Barış and Yağmur shows no sign of fading. Each time they step out, whether it's a premiere or a quiet dinner, supporters track the way they choose to occupy a room together. Do they arrive with a bit of space between them and close the gap later, or do they enter already aligned, like a secret pact has just been renewed? Do they exchange the kind of glances that anchor you when the flashes pop? Observers say yes, again and again. Even their silences seem to communicate, and the internet gladly translates. If a look could be a sentence, theirs would be a love letter written in the present tense. None of this is to say that they owe the world an explanation. They don't. Their relationship is theirs to shape. But if you're asking why so many people care, why the rumor about a surname can keep entire platforms buzzing, the answer is simple: people recognize something genuine, and they're drawn to it. The idea that two people can find each other in the midst of relentless schedules and constant scrutiny and build something calm and real is not just romantic, it's reassuring. It makes all the noise feel worth sifting through. So we return to the question that sits at the center of all this: are they on the brink of announcing a wedding? Will we wake up one morning to official photos and a caption that makes everyone gasp? It could happen in a heartbeat, or it could be months away. What seems undeniable is that the path in front of them looks shared, like a road lined with signposts they've chosen together. Whether or not a new surname appears on social media tomorrow, the story of Barış Baktas and Yağmur already reads like a promise that has been carefully tended. And until they decide to share the next chapter, we'll be here, watching the clues unfold, celebrating the quiet moments, and waiting for the day when a rumor becomes a reality. This has been Whispers of Turkish Stars, keeping you close to the heartbeat of the scene. Stay tuned, stay kind in the comments, and as always, we'll bring you the truth the moment the couple writes it themselves.